K President Mark.
Present.
Director of Legislative Affairs Jacob.
Present.
Director of Public Relations Nick.
Excused absence.
Excuse. Okay. Director of Activities Aman.
Also excused.
Directors of Communication Amy. Present. Senator David.
Present.
Senator Soule. Senator Rachel.
Present.
Senator Reed. Senator Stacy.
Present.
Senator Mary Kay.
Present.
Senator Hamza. Senator Beheshta.
Present.
Senator Sasha. Senator Efsoon. And Senator Oscar.
Here, present.
So 8 out of 18 members are present, which means the quorum has been met, right?
Need one more.
Yeah,
more.
we need one more. So, okay, Sasha.
Hey,
just
Sasha.
joined. Oh, you saved us. Okay, so we can mark as Sasha for being here. Okay. Hi, Sasha.
Has been met.
Okay, quorum has now been met. Moving on to adoption of the agenda. Is there any, are there any changes proposed to the agenda?
Yeah, I move to make a motion to change November 6th and insert November 20th.
Yeah, okay. We need a second.
I second that.
Okay, so it has been moved and seconded to change in the first paragraph where it says November 6th to November 20th. An error on my part, so I don't think we need a vote on this. Actually, maybe if it's adoption of the agenda. I mean, it's just an error, so I'm gonna say no, we don't need a vote on this. I'm just gonna move on with that. Moving on to approval of the minutes. Damn, okay, I have the wrong date on approval of the minutes also. It's actually for November 6th. And I didn't send it out, but I'm going to share screen here so you guys can just take a look at it. Share screen. Okay, I think it's gonna start right now. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome, okay. Then we are gonna go to here, okay. And here we have the minutes for November 6th. Call to order at 10:30. This is really where I want you guys to look here is if you're marked as absent or if you're marked as present. You know, if we have an absence that was excused, but you know, really if we have an absence that was not marked as excused, and then, you know, we gotta fix that, but let's take a look at that. Okay. And moving back to, okay. Are there any, can we move to approve the minutes? Can someone make a motion to approve the minutes?
I move to approve the minutes.
Second.
Awesome. Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes. If there are no objections, minutes will be approved. Ooh, okay, minutes approved. Moving on to chair message. Hi, good morning, everybody. So nice to see you all again. It's been what, 2 weeks now? Woo, lots happened in the world, this country. But for news that I have, let's see. Okay, so Beaver Food Pantry will be holding their first food distribution since everything went remote. So that will be 25th November from 10 to 1. It's a Wednesday. So, you know, spread the word. For the district work groups, we are still looking for membership from ARC. We have a POI for 4 out of the 5 work groups. The last one we need is for student services, and we're still looking for membership for a lot of the other ones too. So I know Black Lives Matter right now, I'm the only one in there, so only ARC member in there. So if you guys know anyone else who might be interested in that, let me know. Legislative Affairs is also looking for membership. We only have one person who's our chair, or who's our POI for that committee, and that's his name is Jarrell. Anyone in MUN knows him. He's an MUN member, so great guy. Okay, let's see. For the SAC meeting, so the Student Advisory Committee meeting, we met this week. We have chosen a day for Lobby Day. So it is 17th November. So that's I think that's the 3rd week of, no, I said November. It's February 17th. Sorry, February 17th. So 3rd week of February. It is a Wednesday, and our topic that we're kind of leaning towards, that we've chosen but needs still confirmation on. This needs to be confirmed by the Board of Trustees, is Cal Grant and financial aid reform, and that's what we're planning on lobbying about. I'm going to send you guys the link for the district Discord. So the Student Advisory Committee, they have their own Discord now, open to everyone. And especially if you're in a work group, this is going to be important for you, because I think most of the communication for those work groups is going to be going through Discord. So I'll be sending you guys the link to join during Brett's advisor message. And then I think the last thing I have is that you probably all have heard by now, but Melanie Dixon is our new campus president. So, for members that were at the student impression panel, you guys remember her. And then I think it's been confirmed now that Frank Kobayashi is continuing as the vice president of instruction. So he's been serving as interim, but now he's confirmed as the vice president of the permanent. Well, not permanent. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, and I think, checking my notes here. Yeah, I think that's all I have for chair's message. So moving on to advisor's message.
All right, y'all. Aloha. Happy Friday. It's November 20th already. It's crazy. There's 2.5, 3 weeks left in the semester. As I always say, I don't know how you all continue to do it, to be, full-time, part-time students, being a student leader, all online. So I can't thank you enough, and hats off to you, as my cat is jumping out the window right now. So cat's name is Fernando, by the way, random. So just a couple things, and actually Naomi took kind of most of the things I was gonna say. So we're on the same page. I'll start with the incoming president of the college, Melanie Dixon. Y'all are gonna love her. She's got a lot of energy. Some of you met her through the impression panels, and thank you again for participating in that. I've had the privilege to work with her when I was at Folsom, and if and when we get back to campus, you will know who your president is, no doubt. They will be out in the quad, they'll be in the student center, they will come and they're one of those folks that remembers oh, you're in biology, whatever, right? How's that going? They're good at that. So, and as Naomi said, Dr. Frank Kobayashi will be the vice president of instruction. He's doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff that we don't always see, but he's doing some great work, and he's super smart. So you got 2 really good people at the top there. So thank you again for participating last Friday in those impression panels. It makes a difference when students' voices are in those discussions. So I put the food pantry flyer in the chat. Hopefully you all saw that, but it's next Wednesday, as Naomi said, 10 to 1 or while supplies last. So actually my daughter and I went to campus on Tuesday and helped them try to figure out logistics for the food pantry. So it's behind the ranch house. So behind Davies Hall. You would just pull up, everything's prepackaged. So you can't say, I want this, or I'm allergic to that. It's just gonna be prepackaged. So, you know, they'll ask how many folks are in your family. But I think I'm not sure how they're gonna do, like if you get one package or two. I'm not quite sure how they're gonna do that yet. So spread the word, pass that flyer along. If you know any folks that are interested, they do have to be an ARC student. So they'll be asking for student ID numbers, but it might be open to staff. I'm not quite sure, but it's really while supplies last. So if you are interested, please sign up. Thank you for putting that in the chat. They need to know and try to somewhat accurate head count on that. Speaking of being on campus, it was my first time back on campus since May. The STEM Center looks amazing. I didn't go inside, but just like the outside, you can now walk from Davies Hall all the way through with no construction. It opens up the campus so much. There's like a whole new quad area. So whenever we get back on campus, Mark, I saw the future of Club Day right there in that quad. It just opens it up. You can see the mural in front of the LRC. It's awesome. So lightweight, I was somewhat depressed on Tuesday when I got home because I really just wanted to be back on campus. So anyway, a couple other things. Priority registration starts Monday. So if you are graduating in the spring, hopefully you are registering for classes next week. Reach out to me if you have issues with that. I can try to help where I can. And then hopefully you have your registration date. If you don't, it should be in your e-services account. So two other things real quick. We're off next Friday, so don't try to log into Senate meeting for holiday. So be safe and enjoy time with those that are in your bubble. Friday, December 4th is our last scheduled meeting for the semester. So I'm having a little bit of a schedule conflict because I'm supposed to be at a basic needs conference virtually. So I may be hopping in and hopping out. I'm not quite sure yet. So Naomi, I will connect with you about that. But also, now that reminded me, when you're picking your schedule, try to keep Fridays open still for these meetings so that we can continue to have robust meetings. And then the last thing I'm going to say is it was someone's birthday on Monday. So Mr. Shepard, happy belated birthday to you. I believe he's 25 now. So happy birthday to you, Mark. I know you had a bummer with your car, but hopefully you got to celebrate a little bit for your birthday. So with that, I will hand it back over to Naomi. Thank you.
Thank you, Brett. Let's see, moving on to public comment. Is there anyone from the public who wishes to make a comment?
Chair.
Oh, go ahead. Jasmine, right?
Yeah. Hi guys, my name's Jasmine. I'm the lad from Region 2. I just kind of wanted to invite you all and also inform you all in case you did not get the email or did not hear about it yet. We have delegate assembly today at 5 p.m. So if you're interested in any of the committees, which is Legislative Affairs Committee, Rules and Resolution, Finance and Communication, feel free to ask to be appointed during delegate assembly. Ask questions if you have any questions about the committee. We're going to be going over Parley Pro and Brown Act training, as well as doing a lobbying day scenario training, which will both be fun because Parley Pro and Brown Act will be a Jeopardy game. And then I made sure there was fun scenarios for lobbying training so I wouldn't bore you guys. So please come if you're available at 5 p.m. today. And then also tomorrow we have our Region 2 retreat, which is hopefully going to be super fun. We're trying to make it interactive and informative at the same time. We will be going over resolution writing 101 with Catherine Squire. Our president is going to be going over the anti-racism student plan of action. Again, we're going to do the Jeopardy and Parley Pro Brown Act training. Then Andrew is going to go over the legislative priorities and play a little Jeopardy game with that. And then we're going to do a fun little collab type thing where you're going to debate fun fake props. For example, one of them is to make the platypus a state mammal. I 100% agree with that. But it's just fun and interactive stuff like that, but also informative so you guys don't get bored, but you also like have fun while learning. That's it from me.
Thank you so much, Jasmine. That sounds really interesting. I will try to make it there. Fingers crossed. Okay, let's see. Is there anyone else from the public who wishes to make a comment? Okay, hearing and seeing none, we'll move on to appointments and swearing in, which we have none of. So we're going to move on to unfinished business, which we also have none of. So we'll move on to our first item under new business, which is COVID-19 block grant advocacy. And I think, Jasmine, this will go back to you, actually.
Yeah, sorry to bore you guys. So right now in the SSCCC, we're really advocating for the COVID-19 block grant resolution. It tailors to each and every college, so it's going to be different based on your college, but essentially it kind of says what you're allocating money to for your students. That's what you'd be writing in your resolution. So the COVID-19 response block grant is a grant that is 120 million combined state and federal funding to help California community college districts respond to COVID-19. This includes one-time Proposition 98 state funding of 66.3 million, which is about half allocated to the 2019-20 and half allocated to the 2021 academic year, and 53.4 from the Federal CARES Act and funds. Funding for each community college district will be determined by enrollment in larger districts. With more students will receive more money. So how that kind of works is depending on how big your campus or district, in this case it'd be Los Rios, you kind of see how much money in total is allocated. So let me check Los Rios real quick. So in total, Los Rios gets about 5.5 million allocated to students. So it's just going to be split up between every sister college in our district. And how it can be used is the fund should be used on activities that directly support student learning, continuation of education, and mitigate learning loss related to COVID-19. The legislature states that districts must also use these funds to prioritize service for underrepresented students. So almost like basic needs services and any other services they might need, such as like housing or food insecurity, possibly. The Chancellor's Office guidance identifies 6 categories, which is allowable of what the funds can be used for. Those categories are re-engagement strategies for students who received an incomplete or failing grade in the spring 2020 term due to COVID-19. Grants to faculty to develop online accelerated learning modules that allow students who received an incomplete or failing grade in spring 2020 term due to COVID-19, professional development opportunities for faculty and student services professional, supports to address other barriers to learning as a result of disruption caused by COVID-19, public health expenses, including acquisitions and distribution of cleaning supplies and personal protective equipment, and also expenditures related to government payroll support program and unemployment insurance costs related to COVID-19. So it's actually really, really important that each campus kind of fills this out so they know what they need to allocate the money towards for the students on their campus. Jacob is part of this external committee with me, which is like FAR. And it was really unfortunate to hear that some faculty members from across the state of California wanted to use most of the money to kind of do more learning or more technology access for the faculty, and they didn't really explain what would be used to the students. So it's really important that, they say, hey, these are the students' concerns, and it's really important that we advocate for them and like what's important to their campus and what they need at this moment because of COVID-19. In the advocacy toolkit folder, which I'll drop the link down below, is a template for the COVID-19 block grant resolution and a sample letter template to the Board of Trustees as well as Academic Senate. And it kind of has the Chancellor's Office memo if you want to look more into that, as well as a little presentation that Andrew made to kind of go more in depth. I just summed it up because it can be overwhelming a little bit. But yeah, I really hope you guys can, make a resolution, hopefully pass it. Again, it specifically tailors to your campus and what you feel the students might need the most during this unprecedented time. I would recommend, if you guys have one, possibly taking it to a basic needs ad hoc or committee. I don't know if your campus has one, or like resolutions officer, or the DOLA, which would be Jacob. Just how you guys would disseminate it a little bit to tackle it down and present it again and hopefully pass it. That's it. Are there any other questions or anything?
I had a question.
Go ahead, Stacey.
I was looking at the events calendar and I was wondering which of the items at 5 p.m. today, is it the delegate assembly meeting or the communications committee?
It's the delegate assembly meeting for Region 2.
Thank you. And then the event tomorrow, is that the Region 2 retreat, the Legislative Affairs Committee? Or
It's the Region 2 retreat.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your clarification.
No problem. And there's also a link to like almost register. I'll drop it in the chat. I don't know if Jen, our vice chair, is here yet. She's not. Okay, so I'll drop that in the chat in case you wanted to go to that and kind of register. And then again, I'll drop the advocacy toolkit. So are there any more questions?
Can I ask just a real quick question, Chair? So this funding has been passed already, correct? There's no lobbying necessary.
Yeah, so this is money that essentially but it's entailed to be used by like the end of December, and it's basically saying like what you're gonna allocate that money to.
Okay. Yeah, I was reading through what Jacob sent, and I just wanted to clarify just so I can do some homework on my end. So thank you, I appreciate it.
No worries.
Okay, are there any other questions for Jasmine? Comments, concerns, regards?
Chair, I had a question, but not so much to Jasmine.
Okay, go ahead.
So I was wondering if you would prefer that, maybe I wrote this in conjunction with anyone else who is interested, or if we should throw this to the Basic Needs Committee so I can work with them on this.
I think I would say working on it in the Basic Needs Committee is would be my preference, just because that's kind of that's what the Basic Needs Committee is designed for, and there's been Basic Needs Committee's got to get together.
All right, sounds good. Let's do that.
Okay. Thank you, Jacob. Any other questions for Jasmine or myself or anyone else? I guess Brett too. Okay. Hearing and seeing none, we are going to move on to our next agenda, our next item on the agenda, which is Discord tutorial. Sasha, I can see you're squaring up. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to give everyone a Discord tutorial. So let me share my screen. Oh, can you enable screen sharing, please? Okay, so let me know if you can see the screen. Awesome. So Discord is a tool that we can use to communicate with others. It's sort of like a chat channel, like if you've had Reddit or 4chan or like, I don't know, it's like kind of like your own little space, like digital space. So for our student center, we have our little space here. Let me make the screen this one. So in this space, we have different channels. When you first come in, it's gonna ask you to like make an account. But the cool thing about Discord is that you don't have to make an account. But if you want all of your stuff saved onto like your profile and stuff like that, you can make an account and sign up. It's really easy. It only takes like an email and a password. And so when you enter the Discord server, you're going to be placed in the welcome and rules channel right here. Could probably edit it to have some more information, but
yeah, we haven't set that up yet.
I'll show you what my club does, so maybe we can get a little bit more insight of how it can be used. But here is announcements. Naomi can put up like announcements, or anyone else who's like needs to put up an announcement about anything. So usually like you use each channel for what its intentional purpose is. So if like announcements, you kind of use that for announcing things. Welcome rules, you don't want to message in that because that makes it's just for the welcome. The role assignment is just so you know what your major is and where you can what pronouns you want to put on, and or what are your pronouns, and then you can react to different colors that you like, stuff like that. There's a general chat right here where you can chat about anything going on. So it's open to everyone. The public relations. So then we have our committees right here. So if you have a committee you want to add onto here, you can do so. I believe I would ask Naomi to add your committee onto here. But in here you can chat about that, like conversations like, oh, hey, we need to meet at a certain time, or we need to discuss this, something along those lines. I'm going to show an example of what my club does for the server, because there's a little bit more stuff in it going on, so I can give you a better like a better view of Discord. So you have the welcome channel where it shows. So Discord again is like just an app that you can communicate with. Same sort of concept as the Senate one. And now there's announcements like we do. There's chat. We can have ideas in here too, so you can chat about, hey, what time do we want to meet to do something. You can even add fun channels to your server so people feel a little less intimidated by things. For instance, pet pictures. People can post their pets in their chat. You can also have like channels I call them shareables, or things that are just going on with the world. So we can have students in our Senate share out like, hey, there's an event going on. Hey, there's the resource, the Beaver food pantry going on, things like that. So we can add those types of channels to our server, so people just know what's going on around campus and digital things. Like many people share in our thing, different resources that they found, things like that. You can also have, for instance, meetings in here too. So let me leave you can have meetings in the Discord too. So if you want to meet with someone and chat with them, you can do so in the Discord app. But yeah, for instance, like right here in the lounge channel, you can join there. And is there any questions from Discord? Anything you would like to see, or did that cover most of your things?
One thing it's not a question, but I'm just noticing on your screen, we also have we have CABE and Student Senate as channels, specific channels that I don't know why they're not showing up. I must not have made them. I don't know why, because you marked as Student Senate, so you should have access to the Student Senate ones. So I'm gonna go in and fix that.
Really, there's some, like, it always is really tricky on there.
It took me forever to figure out the bots, or bot one. Okay, and then on those CABE and Student Senate sections, we have channels for announcements, meeting docs, off topic, and then we have a voice channel set up. So if you want to explain what a voice channel is.
So a voice channel is super similar to what we have on Zoom, but it's just built in directly towards the app. So you don't have to create a Zoom link or a Zoom call or something like that outside of Discord. So if you want to quickly meet with people, or you know, you don't want to set up a whole Zoom thing to just meet or something like that, you can just join in on the voice chat. The cool thing about the voice chat is you don't need to do video. You can still share a screen and do it like that. So you can literally just hop on. It's sort of like if you're into gaming, stuff like that, it's like jumping into a party and just joining up, talking, and then leaving like when you're done with the conversation.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let's see. Any other questions or comments for Sasha? I want to ask, how many people are actually new here to Discord? I see Brett's hand. I'm scrolling. I don't think I can see everyone.
Kind of am. It's David speaking.
And then Brett, I saw your hand raised for a question, I think.
Yeah, I guess a statement and then a question for Sasha. So I guess the statement would be is just be mindful of the Brown Act, right? So if there's something, I know we're not meeting next Friday, but say we were, right? And there's a bill for X amount of dollars. You don't want to be like, hey, Sasha, vote yes, vote no. So just be careful of that when you're on here. And then I guess my question for you, Sasha, is it more, I was trying to mess around with it the other day. Is it more friendly to use like on a computer or the app? Which one do you recommend? Because I was struggling with the app one.
I think the phone app is not as good. Like I only use the phone app if I'm like I see a notification or something like that. I'm like, oh, like someone like my club's asking something. I'm like, okay, let me go on it. But most part, I'm on my computer doing it because it's a lot easier to deal with on the computer because it's just a bigger screen and there's just more real estate for you to work with, you know.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I can say I usually use the app. Just I think what I found is that administration for the servers is definitely easier on a computer. But I think for like simple use, I find that pretty easy also on the phone. I think it's like you said, bigger screen. It's kind of personal preference, but I think the app is pretty user friendly too.
Yeah.
Okay, Austin, I saw your hand raised, so I don't know if that was a question or not. Okay, so our next item on the agenda, it's kind of covering the same thing. It's basically talking about how we want to use this Discord server. So Nick is not here today, but this has really been, he's the one who really started this off. So the way we've talked about it is that we want to use this for general communication for projects, and then for sharing meeting docs, and then being open to the public, right? We have this public channel where anybody can ask questions and communicate with you guys. Sharing meeting docs, I'm always trying to send emails that I probably do it last minute way too often. So this would be another option for that. And for folks that were here last year, and let's see, I think Jacob and Mark, you guys are the only ones here right now, and then Brett, we tried using this program called Slack, which was, it had some similarities to Discord in that you communicated through channels, but it's a lot more business oriented, and there are a lot less services on there. So it's the thing is since this is really new, this is a new tool that we're trying out, we're kind of going to be creating how we use this along the way. We are going to be learning how this can be useful to the Student Senate. So I know that the Student Advisory Committee is basically going through the same thing with their own server. So I would encourage you guys to, first of all, be patient, probably my most common thing I say, but but then also to just feel free to mess around with this, you know. Again, what Brett said, keep in mind the Brown Act. That's something we're actually planning on adding in the rules, Nick and myself, of the server. But you know, just you know, take time to familiarize yourself with, for those new to the program, familiarize yourself with Discord, and then new to the channel, just familiarize yourself with the server. So that's kind of what I got to say on it. And I think that's Nick. Unfortunately, can't be here today. He was feeling pretty down. So, but I'm trying to communicate everything that he sent to me. Let's see what else. I think that's all I got right now. Obviously, if you guys like Sasha, you know, have more experience with Discord, you know, feel free to message myself or Nick, because we're both we're relatively new to Discord. I'm only on, I'm like admin for one other server, but that's pretty much it. So if you guys have any other ideas or things that you'd like to see in this server, things that you think will be helpful, you know, please message myself or Nick. You know, we're almost always online. So I think that's all I got to say. I want to hear, are there any other suggestions right now of how you would like to see this server being used? Or concerns about the use of the server at all?
Sure.
Go ahead, Sasha.
I think a good use of it is to also add like a public comment section as like one of the channels. So students can, if they, you know, can make the Discord open, so students that want to, you know, be a part of the Student Senate and ask like for something, they can put like comment on our Discord. So just we know what's going on there. And I think another good thing to add is like resources onto the channel, like one of the channels, so then we can share like, you know, things that are happening on campus, or plug our clubs and things that we all do onto there too. Yeah, I think we can just have like an open space for students. So we could even put it on the website so students can directly access it and take part in the Senate.
I think it's a great idea. I know I'm planning on trying to figure out how to, right now we have the link directly to our Instagram page on the website, but we don't have the Discord server up yet. So we're going to work on that. Yeah, I think those are both great ideas, the basic, the public comment and the resources. I think we have an announcements page right now. So how would you, I guess my question is, how would you see resources and announcements kind of as different?
So because announcements deal with what we're doing, announcements is more like, okay, Student Senate, we're meeting at this time, or I don't know, something more tailored to what we do, versus resources is much, it's like, oh, campus wide, like the Beaver Food Pantry, like we could put that in resources, like that's a perfect thing for like resources, versus announcements like, hey, we have a meeting today at 10:30, or hey, like we have the president viewing that we just had, something like that, like announcement like that would work more on the announcements.
Okay, I like it. I see it. Thank you. Okay, are there any other questions, comments, suggestions? So again, I didn't see, so I'm just curious. So I heard David, Brett, and Afsoon. You guys are new to Discord. Is there anything, do you got, and Oscar. So how comfortable do you feel right now using this service? And Mary Kay. You don't have to answer if you don't want to, but you know, we've had this little, you know, walkthrough here. And there's a video once you join, there's a video posted under announcements right now, another tutorial there. It goes, I think part of it focuses on admin, which you can skip, but how comfortable, like scale 1 to 10 do you feel using Discord right now? I guess I'm asking this because I want to know how easy this will be for other members not in Student Senate or in CABE to catch on to this as well. Just trying to get a, so I'm seeing 10 and 9 to 10. Is that kind of where we're at right now? Thumbs up. Sasha, is that a 5?
Oh no. I want to add. I want to show people how to edit their account. So I forgot to mention that. And I think, can I show that?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me share the screen. Okay. So So let's say you're on Associate Student Body Discord. If you see in this left corner right here, do you see my name and the mute button and the deafen and then the user settings right here? The mute button, you don't have to do this unless you're like in a lounge or a chat. No one's gonna be listening to you on there without that. So you're gonna go in user settings right here, and here you can change your avatar picture or whatever picture you want. You can even change your username right here. So if you I don't know, selected some weird username and you're like, I hate it, let me change it, you can change it right there. You can change your email, you can add a phone number and stuff like that. More of the stuff here is just you can connect different things that you want, like your Spotify account or other resources. Most of the settings you can just kind of toy around with on here. It's not really gonna impact you as much, but for instance, if you want to change your nickname or you put the wrong, I don't know, maybe not your, if you want to add pronouns to your name or you want to use your nickname or something like that, you can change username right here if you left click on your name right there, and it should pop up right there. You can put whatever nickname you would like.
Sasha, could you show us the role setting? So how do we use roles here?
So let me see. I can't add roles because, oh wait, can I?
No, I don't think so. Okay,
Yeah,
but you can go to the role assignment, and I think one of the roles there is actually pronouns. I don't remember if I added that or not yet. But these kind of help. So roles have, I don't know, I'm gonna go ahead, but there's some different uses for the role setting. So one is obviously just to identify yourself. So, React to choose your major pronouns. This is about identifying yourself. You can, I think if you scroll down, they also have the choose your color section, which I personally just like. It's not very useful, it doesn't have a real use other than aesthetics. But a big section of roles is also permissions. So certain roles get certain permissions. Right now you can see public and you can see committees, but there are two roles that are for some reason hidden right now. Two sections, right? The Student Senate and the CABE. And in order to communicate in those sections, you need to have that specific role assigned to you. So Sasha, I know you are assigned Student Senate, so we need to figure out that bug there. But so those are some of the uses for the roles. Okay. I'm checking chat right now. How do you join? Okay, thank you, Amy. So you can join the group by clicking on the link that Amy just sent in the chat. Okay.
Sure. Oh, and then so if you also want to invite, okay, so let me show how to invite students. So if let's say you want to spread out to your community, hey, join the student body Discord server, you click on the name in the left corner right there, you see invite people. And this is where it gets a little tricky because so this invite that they give you right away is only good for 1 day. So you don't want that. So you click right here on edit invite link, and then you can expires after, and you say never, and you say max number of uses, you say no limit. This could be good if it's oh, you only want 5 people, I don't know, but it's certain cases. Most part, you're just gonna say you don't want to expire and you want unlimited uses. And then you say generate new link, then this is the one you copy. and then you share out that link to everyone you'd like.
I did not know how to do that, so thank you very much. For folks that just joined, if you guys could, change your nickname, not your, keep whatever username you want, but if you could change your nickname to just show your name, and then if you're a senator, or if you have a director position, you can see how it's shown for Sasha and Mark right there. They have their name and their position there. So it says Sasha, student senator. It just makes it easier for members of the public to identify people in the Senate and in CABE. And I will go back and add some of those roles that you can't react to get after the meeting. I don't think there's, any more questions? Yeah, what Sasha said. Any more questions? Yeah, Brett, go ahead.
One, I guess, other reminder. So I'm going to sound like a dad here. Just remember, this is all public, right? So whatever you post on there, you're doing it as student senate or CABE. So just be mindful of that. Public information, right? Everything's transparent. So, I don't want to get into scenarios. Just use common sense on what you put on there. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Thank you. That is a very important thing to remember. So thank you, Brett, for bringing that up. Okay, so another comment in the chat. I'm just going to check that real quick. Yes, actually, that would go under welcome and rules, which, like I said, myself and Nick are still working on and haven't fully set up yet. So hopefully we will get that up this week, today, or hopefully, but if not, then this weekend. Okay, so any other stuff to add? Oh my God, I'm sorry. I just really am excited to see you guys on here because it was so quiet for the longest time. It's just really nice to see it actually being used. Okay. I'm the same thing with, I just started an MUN one last week too for my club, and I'm really excited. So.
Discord's a lot of fun.
Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything else to add. So, Chair, yes, I'm also asking for suggestions, right? If anybody else has any suggestions for things they'd like or think should be in the in our server, then now's the time too. And obviously, you guys can message me anytime too, and I can work on adding that.
Thank you. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, no, good question.
And if I may just speak a little, there are like community college Discord, that Region 2 created, and something like Sierra College have it. So if you guys just want to take ideas from there, I have posted the link for the Discord, so you guys can just hop on and take Sierra College Discord as a resource if you guys would like to, for sure. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, so did you say Region 2 has a Discord now?
Yeah, Region 2. It's it is not mentioned as a Region 2, but it is like community college Discord. Because of the Brown Act, we cannot say Region 2.
Right.
We have to say a community college Discord. So I posted the link. I would really appreciate, and I would invite you all to join that Discord. So just build a community. We have all the colleges from Region 2 join there. We also have ARC what is it called, Discord, like a channel for you guys, so you guys can chat in there as well. I don't know, but yeah, please join. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, and let's see, I think, is there anything else on this topic that we want to talk about right now?
Chair?
Amy, yeah, go ahead.
So after everyone's getting used to Discord, do you think we will have meetings in there instead of Zoom?
That's interesting because I have been thinking about, we have right now this Zoom paid for subscription, but I think, as far as I know, Discord has a lot of the same functions that Zoom does. I know you can share screen, you can video chat. And it's free as far as I know. I mean, I don't think you need a Nitro account to do any of that. Nitro is the paid subscription, which has like different features, but it is something we can talk about in future meetings. But as Brett said, we do have the subscription paid for Zoom. I don't know how long it is, I think a year. But so this would probably be something for future boards to talk about.
Okay, thanks.
It's a good question, though, a good comment, because you know, free stuff, right? Okay. Any other stuff to add? Okay. Hearing and seeing none, we'll move on to committee reports. I think I'm just gonna go first real quick. Student Advisory Committee met on Wednesday. So mostly the thing that we talked about were Lobby Day, which I think I mentioned briefly already. You know, it's been decided for February, not November, February 17th, which is Wednesday. We're most likely going to be meeting virtually somehow, having our meetings virtually. So maybe Zoom. We haven't figured that out yet. I think it has to do. We're still working on that. But we have to start thinking about making appointments with legislators soon. So there's that. What else am I thinking of? Lobby Day. Talked about the task forces. And we spent a lot of time on that Lobby Day. So I think we didn't get to all the other items on the agenda, but for next month, I know there are two topics on the agenda. One is ASB reform, so talking about changing how CABE and Student Senate are formed, which is something we actually asked to be put on the agenda from the Governance Committee. And then I think one was also talking about using the campuses for refugees from the wildfires in California. And I don't know too much on that. We weren't able to discuss either of those items, so those are moved for next meeting. But I believe that FLC was the one who put that on the agenda. Okay, that's what I've got from SAC right now. So I don't think there are any committees any of our own Student Senate or CABE committees that met this week, but if anybody had committees from those outside committees that they're attending.
Chair.
Go ahead.
The Chancellor's Cabinet met. They just discussed a lot of board policies. The only thing really pertinent to ARC students was well, it was all pertinent to us, but only thing that was really important was that there was going to be an announcement on president, and obviously we have that now. So that's it. Oh, and also, I tried to ask this in the chat earlier, but do we know how we're going to hold Lobby Day? Because I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do that, but we can't really go to the Capitol, so I don't know how to start organizing that.
So we are still working on that, but what I imagine will happen is that we will be setting up our, we always set up our own appointments, right? So what I'd imagine would happen is we'd all set up our own Zoom meetings with these different legislators or their assistants. And then there would most likely be like a main Zoom room, which we would all join afterwards, which, would have those resources that you like. Okay, I'm just gonna backtrack this a little bit. For folks from last year, what we had is we went to the Capitol building. We had a room where we had different speakers talk about, they talked about different policies. They talked about strategies for for lobby meetings. So long ago, wasn't even. So we had that in one main room, and then we kind of split off from there, going off to our own sessions that we had scheduled. So that's kind of how I imagine it happening again over Zoom, just one main room where we would start off from and then kind of branch from there into our own meetings. I think the benefit of this is that we're not really limited the same way we were. I mean, I think they still are going to recommend we keep our groups smaller for time-wise, but we're not limited by space this year. So that's a good thing. Okay, Brett, I see your hand. Go ahead.
I was just going to add, so this year might be, obviously it's going to be different because we're all at home, right? But we also have some district changes. So we have a new attorney for the district. So JP Sherry, who used to run kind of lobby day, is no longer with the district. And the district has a lobbying firm that they compensate, right, and consult with. So I don't know if they're going to do that whole kind of morning thing where you all met with different legislator or not. Well, there was a legislator there. Kevin McCartney was there, but staffers and other people, and they kind of share their educational background and how they got involved and all that stuff. It's actually really good. So what I don't know is if they're going to do that in the morning. There you go, Jacob. That's right. You're with them. I don't know if they're going to do that in the morning and then have you all do afternoon appointments. So I would advise, probably for you, Jacob, don't make any appointments yet until we know what that schedule is going to look like.
Sounds good.
Okay, so we got that settled. Okay, Afsoon, I see your hand. So is that for committee report?
Yes, thank you, Chair. So this week, the Student Success Committee met, and most of the meeting was about AB 705 and how the math department and the English, and especially the ESL department, are trying to implement new changes and work with each other, especially during virtual meetings. According to the representative from the ESL department, they noticed that it's a little harder to teach ESL students English and how to work with Zoom over Zoom meetings, but they have created a survey and are working with professors and ESL students to improve that. And also there is a change to enrollment qualification for Math 300, where the GPA requirement dropped from 3.0 to 2.6, and they're implementing that. But because it's such a big topic and conversation, we couldn't finish talking about it this meeting, so it's going to carry over into the next meeting. But that's pretty much it from the Student Success Committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Afsoon. Okay, Mary Kay, I think I see your hand as well.
Yes, thank you, Chair. So the Los Rios Equity and Student Success Committee met on Monday. During the agenda, we had to discuss 3 work group charters. The first one was the UndocuStudent work group, and the second one is the dual enrollment work group, which enables more high school students to be able to have college education, dual enrollment between going to high school and college at the same time. It increases the access and provides more enrollment opportunity, and it also creates consistency, whereas all forms within the district will be the same no matter which high school a student is going to at the moment. And we also discussed the basic needs work group as well. And we are in the process of voting for all of them. So we should have the results by next meeting, which is in December. And then also we discussed equity and student success and which obstacles are in the way. I also brought up the point during the meeting during that section about the increase in drop rates right now, especially due to being online. And if there's a way we can create some kind of check and balance for professors. I know it's been such a rough time for both students and professors, but if there's a way that it can be uniform in terms of how professors are carrying out their classes, so it can optimize more teaching and learning for students who might have different ways of learning as well, and not just do it based on how comfortable it feels for them.
Thank you, Mary Kay. Okay, let's see. Any other committee reports? Okay, hearing and seeing none, we'll move on to board member reports and announcements. So Mark and myself were trying to get student involvement for the accreditation process, so it's required in that. So we're planning on reaching out, either myself or Mark, to the accreditation liaisons officer. And so if you're interested in learning more about the accreditation process or being involved in it, feel free to email me, or if you're on Discord now, you can Discord message me, which is another feature we didn't mention, but you can private message people on Discord and add people as friends. Yes. Okay, that's what I've got to say on that. Any other board member reports or announcements? Sasha? Okay, I saw you unmute, so I didn't know if you were.
So this week, Pride and Slam, we had our first guest speaker, and they're a state environmental scientist, and they talked about their experience with being working as environmental science for the state and everything, and it went very well. It's probably our most successful event. We had 15 people show up. We even had the Pride Center show up too, so I was very, very surprised, and I think it went pretty well. And I was gonna invite everyone last week, but last week it so yeah, but we are going to have a game night soon for Among Us, and I will mention that next meeting. So it's open to everyone. It's gonna be on a Friday night, next Friday night at from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. It's Among Us. It's free on the phone, so anyone can join and play.
I got to make it to the last bit of the your meeting, so I thought it went well. I got to hear Alejandra speak, so I was excited. Okay, and Among Us, love. Okay, let's see, more hands up. Afsoon, do you have another? Do you have a board member report, or is this still from committee reports?
No, my apologies. It's still from before. Let me take it down. My bad.
Okay, no worries. Okay, then Mary Kay, I think I saw your hand up also.
Yes, thank you, Brett. I was waiting for this moment. So we, Trios STEM has an upcoming event as well. It's the STEM Olympics, so it's open to everyone, whether you're a STEM major or not. We are asking that you register ahead of time, just so, because we're gonna be in breakout rooms, just so we know how many people are coming before we can start, and just to wait for people in case they're running a little behind. I put the link in the chat. It's open to everyone, and the winning team does get a gift sent to you. And it's a great way to meet all the faculty for the STEM department, and as well as get an insight into what STEM classes are like. So whether you're a STEM major or not, it's open to everyone within the district, and it's very fun. Every year we have it.
If you don't mind me asking, so STEM Olympics, it's is it like a tournament?
It's kind of like that. So how it works is we have different subjects like chemistry, physics, biology, different professors. So they create either an experiment or a work problem or a worksheet. So we put students in groups, and usually when it's on campus, so we have different designated areas within the STEM buildings. And so students get to go from one location to another and solve those things. So the group that moves the fastest and comes back to one location wins. But this time is a little different. We're going to have it in breakout rooms, and then it's going to be timed. And at the end, you're going to play a Kahoot game to figure out who did all of the. So we're trying to make it different, but because we can't really go anywhere. But it's still the same concept as you're learning and you're making new friends and you're forming new cohorts as well.
Awesome. That sounds really exciting. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, let's see. Another hand up. Mark, I think I see your hand up.
Yeah, I just want to provide a CABE update real quick. So we're going to be doing a stress reduction workshop. I'll put it in the chat. If I'm not mistaken, it is December 9th, December 10th. I will get the links once I get them from Mario Rodriguez. So as soon as I have that, I will inform everybody. So I highly recommend everybody to join, just to kind of give us a stress release, stress relief day.
Okay, thank you, Mark. Are there any other board member reports or announcements?
Chair.
Yeah.
Hi. So a while back I asked you guys about having a pet contest or something like that, and the sages finally decided on a date and a time on when to hold it, and it's called the virtual pet show, and it's going to be on Wednesday, December 2nd at 1. So I can like send you guys a flyer just so you guys can like plan it or just check it out, whatever.
Okay, yes, I would love that. Thank you. Okay, holding up for that flyer, we'll put it in Discord. Okay, any other board member reports or announcements? Okay, hearing and seeing none, we're gonna move on to public comment. Is there anyone from the public who wishes to make a comment?
Chair.
Go ahead.
Hi, everybody. I'm Anjali Patel. My name is Anjali Patel. I'm a Regional Affairs Director, Region 2, and I'm really excited. Like, I was really like, it was good to know you guys and like, how you guys work as a student senate. And again, like, really excited for your Discord that you guys are making. I know it's really popular within the community college students, and, I know Sierra College does that, and like a lot of colleges after that is doing that. Again, it's like, it's really popular, and I'm really glad that you guys are doing it. So really looking forward for that. Another thing I want to mention is we have a Region 2 retreat tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that our LAD Region 2 already mentioned that, but I just want to formally invite you. I want to invite everybody on your board, including the advisors, to be on the Region 2 retreat. We're going to have like amazing presenters, like the president going over the anti-racism student plan of action, resolution writings, and like, and a lot of like good presenters, and like, so I would really encourage everybody to come, and would love to see you guys over there, and also today at 5, we have a delegate assembly meeting. So if you are like, would like to come, please come. Today also we're gonna have like a VPRA Blevins coming in and going over the Jeopardy game for Brown Act and Poly Pro. Also, we're gonna have like some amazing presenters up there. So please be there. I would love to see you all, and build a community. And I will forward you guys. And wait, I'm sorry. Is it for us? No, right? The flyer and all. But I hope you guys got my email. I hope you guys got my email. If not, just let me know your email and I'll forward you personally, all the invites, because I would do love to see you all over there. So yeah, that's my 2 cents, and thank you so much.
And then you are also the chair of the SSCCC Women's Caucus, right?
Yes, I am. Yes.
And if you could share when the next meeting is.
For the Women's Caucus?
Yeah.
It is November 23rd. So upcoming Monday at 3:30 p.m. Yeah. So again, if you guys would like to know more about me, like shoot me an email. I'll forward you all the details, all the links that needs to be done. And yeah, I'll drop my email on the chat. So please email me. Feel free to contact me anytime.
Thank you. Oh, I love hearing public comment, you guys. Okay. Anyone else from the public who wishes to make a comment? Okay. Hearing and seeing none, we will move on to adjournment. If there are no objections, the meeting will be adjourned at 11:40 a.m. Okay, hearing and seeing no objections, the meeting is adjourned.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Take care.
I will post the Lister link on the Discord, just so you guys know. All right, bye.
Sounds good. Okay, bye.
Bye,
Bye,
Brad.
Zach.
Bye, Naomi.
Bye, Amy.
See you, everyone. Have a good day, everyone.
Naomi, you obviously don't have to worry about an agenda, so you're.
Bye, guys.
Bye. I forgot to mention the YouTube account.
Oh, yeah. Put it on Discord.
Discord. Yeah, Discord. Hi, Zach.
You.
Hello.
you don't have to worry about an agenda. So you can hopefully get some rest or some work done or whatever. So.
Oh, I got to move on to transfer essays. I have started them and I'm like halfway through and just need to push that last bit, but I'm procrastinating it.
Good. That you just remind me, I forgot something, which was the transfer center. They're doing like one-on-one, like you can like meet with Davis or Santa Barbara.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
I totally
okay. You can post that in Discord too.
We'll put it on Discord this afternoon.
Put it in announcements or what I'm gonna add that public comment section and resources section.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put it in there.
Okay.
So,
awesome.
Cool. Well, enjoy.
Oh, hang on. I'm still recording. Damn it.
Oh.